How's it going out there, good people? Yes, it's that time again, man. We are out here in Harlem. I'm like, thank everyone for watching these podcasts. This is the House of Business Podcast 2.0. This is your host, Caleb Thompson. And I would like to welcome you guys in. Today, we are going to be talking about C-suites and their books. And we're also going to have a special feature at the end of this recording. And we're going to be discussing Manhattan Entrepreneur University and the Entrepreneur's Covenant, which is a book that was written by me, myself. Yeah, thank you. There should be some hand claps there. It's my first book that I actually wrote. So I would like to thank you guys for tuning in. I would like to thank you guys for watching these videos. I would, encourage you guys to check out some of our stores. This particular podcast, this particular episode is in collaboration with Ivy Chapter Book and Gift Store. Again, that's Ivy Chapter Book and Gift Store Ivy Chapter Book and Gift Store .bigcartel.com. That's where you can also find my book, The Entrepreneur's Covenant, by me. It's only $4.99. It's a 15-page ebook that basically comes with a covenant to you yourself, that when you start this entrepreneur journey, that you will commit, commit yourself to everything that comes with it. You won't back down. So that is also available inside of the book. And we also give a free 30-minute consultation with me, myself, as a business coach, that will be available also as an offer that's attached to that ebook. So we would like to thank you guys for tuning in, and let's get started. So we're going to go over the top books. This is called C-suites and their books, which is C-suite executives. We're also going to discuss entrepreneurs as well. But a lot of C-suite executives that I've ran across is they are entrepreneurs in the making, or they possess an entrepreneurial quality while operating entrepreneur. They're basically entrepreneurs in that reigning in that position, which they use their strengths to execute that position, and their skill sets to execute that position. But every C-suite executive that I've ever ran into has an entrepreneur or intrapreneur quality to the point where they either can run a company if they don't feel like the one that's taking over the company. They can basically break the company down just like an entrepreneur can. They can create a vision for a company just like an entrepreneur can. They could delegate tasks. So they do still possess some of these traits as an entrepreneur and an intrapreneur. So I'm going to give you the top 5 books. I believe it's 5 books. This is the top 5 books for C-suite executives and entrepreneurs. The number 1 book is Good to Great by Jim Collins. Now, this is a good book. I haven't read the book in its entirety, but I've read pieces of it, and from what I heard, it's a great book. This class explores basically why companies make the leap from good to great and others don't. Collins really, him and his research team, they identify like a lot of key traits about companies, that outperform the market like long term, including disciplined leadership, a strong organizational culture, and a relentless focus on what they do best. So this book basically helps you to understand why some people perform at a high caliber in the marketplace and why some people don't. And it starts to break it down all the way down to the organizational structure and how that actually plays a part in how the company performs. So each area, each department, each position of the company plays a part, but it starts with the organizational structure. It starts from the top and moves its way down. So and that's how that goes. So and it's for long term, you know what I mean? It includes things like I said, man, from disciplined leadership, strong organizational culture, and a relentless focus on what they do best. This is one thing someone told me. Someone actually told me, they said, man, you don't need to have all these different companies. What you need to do is you need to find one company, work on that one company, work on that one thing, and I want to let you know, no matter how many ideas you have, you need to write every last one of them down. You need to break down the idea that you have. Like I was just discussing with the business partner earlier. Instead of creating an entire new company as as a means to retain some capital or have some backup capital by creating an entirely new company, what you can do is break down the different departments and use those different departments to be able to generate extra stream of income. So it won't need another company to back that company up. Like, okay, so we have a restaurant company. The restaurant company is failing. Oh, we need to borrow money from another company. No, what we need to do is we need to break that company down and utilize every aspect of that company that we can, to the point where it has our restaurant company has cooking classes. It has, we do charity events for brand awareness, and also because that's the core of who we are. So it does. We have cooking classes. We have catering. We have like wedding catering, corporate catering. We have private chef catering. It's like for special dates and special meals. We do concessions. We do meal plans, meal prep. So we have all these different departments in this one company, and we market all of them at the same time, and we execute each department. So if one department is lacking, if our restaurant, if the in-house is slacking, you know what I mean? We already know that the corporate catering, the catering department is going to take care of that. We know if the catering department is slacking, then we know that the concession department is going to take care of that department. So you need to build a in-house safe, fail safe inside of the company. You don't need to build another company to take care of that company. But it all starts with disciplined leadership, a strong organizational culture, and relentless focus, just like this book from Jim Collins called Good to Great. And it talks about the hedgehog concept, and it also talks about how level 5 leadership, which is basically humility and will, changes the executive game. It does. Having humility and having the will to continue to keep going. I believe that resilience is a part of will. You know what I mean? It's a major part of will. Resilience is basically your will going against the forces of doubt, quitting, fear, and all of those other components. So number 2 is The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen R. Covey. His son, I believe, this book by Stephen R. Covey, this is a very popular book. This book is extremely popular. But I believe that the version of the book that I've read is the one that his son, so Stephen R. Covey, he actually passed away, and his son created another book. It's like, I cannot remember what the book is, but it's not like 7 Habits. It's like probably 8 Habits or something else. But his son actually took the book that his dad created. This book, which is The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen R. Covey. So his son actually made a special edition to that book, was an addition to what his dad made, and actually added to the work of his father after he passed away. So that's a wonderful book, and that's our second book. It's a timeless guide to personal and professional effectiveness. This book basically focuses on the character ethics and long-term growth. Like character ethics. You have to excuse me. I had some dental work done and need to get some more dental work done, so I'm kind of sounding like suffering succotash. But excuse that. But it helps helps from being proactive. It helps being proactive to sharpening the saw. These habits help leaders develop integrity, discipline, empathy, and renewal, a revival into their business, and renewal. You know what I mean? A renewal in their outlook on their vision, a renewal and a revival to things that was dead, lost. Some of those old ideas. It's a lot of ideas that I have to bring back to life that I actually had, that was a part of a company or part of my outlook and part of my vision of a company that I had to put to sleep. I had to put to sleep until I could bring them back to life once the company got to a certain point. So, but this book, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen R. Covey, is a masterpiece. It basically just helps you. The book is self-explanatory. It just gives you 7 habits, which you can do. It helps you to build discipline, helps you to build empathy, mindfulness, being mindful, of things, being grateful on top of that, and and developing integrity, man, doing the right thing when no one's looking. So that's a good book. That's number 2. So number 3 is Start With Why by Simon Sinek. No, this guy's phenomenal as well. All his books are phenomenal as well. But it just basically talks about how leaders can inspire cooperation, trust, and change things by focusing on the why behind the business. So this is basically telling you that the why behind a business will keep a business running and flourishing more than the turmoil or the things that come against the business. So as long as you know the why behind the business, and like I said, I was actually talking to someone. Now I always say I was talking to someone, but I was discussing a problem within our company to an employee. I was discussing this statement that the employee made. And the employee the statement that they made was basically like, what if this happens? What if this goes wrong? What if this goes wrong? I say you need to find out every way possible that the business can succeed instead of trying to find out every way possible that we can fail. So that way, if we cultivate those answers ahead of time, then if something was to present itself, then we will already have the answers. So you're basically, don't tell me how we're going to fail. Say, what if this happens? Okay, as soon as you think of what if this happens, you need to say, okay, what if this happens? What can I do to make sure that we can bounce back from that, or this can happen, or we could get ahead of it. So don't stay stuck right there at the problem. Once no boss or no leader wants anyone to come with them with the problem. If you come to anyone with the problem, also have a suggestion for a solution. So so don't just stop at the problem, but start with why. Like I said, it's a favorite among entrepreneurs as well. That's building building like mission-driven companies, or basically rebranding, in a purpose-driven economy. Kind of rebranding themselves in a purpose-driven economy. A lot of businesses start with just generating revenue, capital, and making profits. You need to make a profit. I've actually read a book by it's called Profit First. And what's it? I can't remember the author, but it's called Profit First. But basically what this guy is saying is, with this book, Profit First, I believe it's called Profit First. But what he's basically saying is the true profit you can get from a company is helping each employee reach their full potential. And in return, by doing that, some people will leave and start their own companies, but some people will be grateful and because you help them to unlock certain parts of themselves, and they will be loyal to you and stay there for 30 years, 40 years, 50 years. It helps to unlock or make available a room for your employees to basically show their loyalty to you. You have to help people. See, this is what I do a lot of times as well. I will help someone, and I will help them without anything, and I'm not looking for anything in return. But that is also a way to test if they're grateful, if there's a mutual a benefit between us, or we can start to cultivate a mutual benefit, that you see that I care, you see that I really don't want anything from you. What are you willing to still be a good friend? Are you willing to still, or even are you willing to pay it forward? So that's something as well that you need to take into consideration when you're hiring people, when you are starting to cultivate long-lasting relationships that are based off loyalty, or that has a potential for loyalty. Okay, so once again, if you are just now tuning in, this is the House of Business Podcast 2.0. This is your host, Caleb Thompson, and this episode is called C-Suites and their books. So, and this episode was sponsored and is in collaboration with Ivy Chapter Book and Gift Store. Now, I'm going to give you guys a special feature at the end of this, or we may have it separate. But I plan on just kind of going over two things that we have going on with the House of Business Podcast and with our companies here at TSG Global Resource Management Group, which is Manhattan Entrepreneur Academy, which is going to be banging. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing. And then we have also the Entrepreneur's Covenant, which is a book by myself, Caleb L. Thompson. And it basically talks about being committed, man, making a covenant with yourself, an agreement with yourself, not with anyone else, but with yourself, that you hold yourself to a certain standard every day, and that you do whatever you can in your possession when you start this entrepreneurial journey, that you just won't give up. I know plenty of people that hit a wall that would seem like failure to a lot of people. It would seem like since we hit this point in this wall and we went down so much in debt, it seems like, but they refused to give up. They refused to let that company die. And they came up with a strategy and a way to dig that company out of that debt. And now they're flourishing, and they've raised so much revenue, millions and millions of dollars, hundreds of millions of dollars, because they refuse to give up. So it's all about mindset. Just because something fails at the moment doesn't mean that it's time to let it go. Some people say, well, I think it's time to give that dream up. I think it's time to let that thing go. Man, I want to tell you, it's not time. Failure is basically the catalyst to resilience. That basically is the launch pad to growth, to internal growth that helps you to be resilient. So you need failure. And I'm not saying just run around failing, but do the best you can. And if you do fail, use that as a means to or as a practice to practice your resilience. Okay, yeah. So those were the top 3 books. But a couple exercises that you can do with start with why is start to get to a place where you can identify your company's why, your strengths, your company's strengths, team loyalty and customer retention. Try to figure out your company's why and why you guys got started. A lot of companies have a backstory, which is their brand. When you think of that brand or that company's name, a story automatically comes up. But that story is also powered by a why it was created, why they launched that brand, why they took the time out to invest in that company and to invest in themselves to be able to be the version that needs to run that company as well. So you need to take all that into consideration. Okay, all right, so we're going to go into our special feature, and we're going to talk about Manhattan Entrepreneurs Academy. So this September 5th is when we're going to start registration for Manhattan Entrepreneurs Academy. It will be on, we're going to have registration at Broadway Community September 5th. For anyone that wants to come out, anyone that wants to be a part of the Manhattan Entrepreneurs Academy, it'll be September 5th. And we will have our main platform will probably be teachable.com, and then we will have a backup platform as well, which would be school.com. And that's where we will launch those courses. So if anyone would like to be a part of that, we will have registration September 5th. You guys could register with us at Manhattan Entrepreneurs Academy. And man, it's going to be a good one, man. This is basically, there are three main courses, or we have 3 main models with a lot of good key points. This is basically prepping you for entrepreneurship, helping you to understand, to renew your mind to a point where you can prepare yourself before you stick your foot in the mud, because it's not going to be a walk in the park. But at the same time, we want to give you that mental toughness. We want to help you to cultivate the strength, the outlook, the perspective, the vision, and also the resilience and the empathy and the integrity that you need, man, before you start this journey. I've always heard this quote: "No man goes to war without first considering the cost." Like if I have 100 soldiers and someone else has 5,000 soldiers, I have to consider the cost. So what we want to do is we want to make sure that you're fully equipped and you're well equipped before you start your entrepreneurial journey. Second, we will start to help, the second course will start to kind of help you to build a product based around your passions, build a product that the marketplace will accept. Not really just something that you want, but find a niche in the marketplace that you like and that you can do effortlessly, and we're going to monetize that, turn that into a product, help you find a community where you can sell that product. We'll give you pricing strategies, target market strategies, marketing strategies, all within that second module that we'll have. And then last but not least, we'll also step into time management. We'll also step into your triggers. and other leadership material that we'll have. It's a lot that we have, but once you register with us and we receive your payment, you will receive a onboarding or a welcoming package, which will be a laptop. You will have a laptop. You will have a 7-day mindset journal. You will also have a sweater from our school, a hat, a coffee mug, like I said, the journal, and other materials that you'll have when you register with us. And we make sure we send you those things. You'll have like your school books, your school worksheets that we'll have, worksheets that go along with the class and the courses. So you'll also have that as well once you register with us. Last but not least, we got the Entrepreneur's Covenant, which is a book that was created by me, myself. It's a 15-page power pack book. Basically, like I said before, that helps you to understand that when you make a commitment or a covenant, that covenant cannot be broken. Only by certain terms it can be broken, but we want to get you in the mindset that once you make a commitment, that you execute on those commitments. We want to get you in a mindset that once you start something, you need to execute what you started until you finish. So the Entrepreneur's Covenant is a way to help you to keep your time management, to stay on task. And that is something that we have and something that we share with you guys in that book. So it's a 15-page ebook. You can buy this book at Ivy Chapter Book and Gift Store. It's available. It's available online. You guys can get it. I believe it's not very pricey, but it is worth more than what we're selling it for. So the information and the knowledge that you'll gain from that book will 10x, your mindset. It would 10x, your profits. It would 10x your outlook on business. So I want you to know that if you will go ahead and get that book, like I said, it's at Ivy Chapter Book Gift Store bigcartel.com. It's about myself, Caleb L. Thompson. And I just thank you guys for tuning in. I didn't want to really make this too extensive, but I did want to, like we was talking about, making your commitments. I have no excuses. This is what I do. I execute. I had a long day. Had a couple meetings. Not just a couple of meetings. We had some things that were backed up that we had to refresh and get back in line. You know what I mean? So, but what I want to say is this. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Share this with someone else. These are the top 3 books, C-suites in their books. And also a collaboration with Ivy Chapter Book and Gift Store. We also have other bundles, financial bundles with the Ivy Chapter Book and Gift Store. We also have a marketing bundle, and we also have a leadership bundle there, which are packs of books. I'll say 3 to 5 books that you guys could order from our store. And I believe that they'll add real value to you. So if you guys will go ahead and check that out. We will be back here next Saturday. We don't want you guys to miss the Morning Roasted podcast. There will be a second episode tomorrow. We record that at Columbia University. It will be 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. You guys tune in. It's going to be amazing. And we also have a promo that the first 10 subscribers, we're going to send you guys another ebook for the Morning Roasted podcast. We're going to send you guys another ebook, which is called Coffee in the Cupboard, which is 10 recipes, coffee recipes that you can make at home with just, regular 10 different blends that you can make at home with like regular items that's in your cupboard as well. So it'd be coffee. Some of them we have a mint coffee. We also have a honey cinnamon coffee blend. We also have a breakfast blend, which is like a maple breakfast blend that has syrup and other things with it. So you guys, like, share, subscribe to the Morning Roasted podcast, and we'll see you guys tomorrow morning if you guys want to tune into that podcast as well. So this is the House of Business Podcast 2.0. This is the place where we give you the knowledge and tools to execute your dreams and visions, and we'll see you guys next Saturday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Peace.